Man with that 20 stack, if my bro see that, you ain't getting that back. And I ain't gonna lie, more time, I don't wanna rap. T-shirt got more bodies than gang, and I bet she's still gonna cap. Slim thing with a waist, can I look like Kyle look Ray? More time, her face on L look mate. Can't get caught up down with big.
What's good, people? It's your boy Rhino. Welcome back to Rhino MGTV. This is my Manchester United match reaction. This is Let's Talk United. Make sure you like the video, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you put post notifications on if you do subscribe, so that when I do put up videos, you do get a notification and you're the first to watch the video. Manchester United 3, Newcastle 2. This is my quick, match reaction. It's interesting. We played a lot better, man. We played a lot better in this game, to be honest with you guys. I was quite happy with the performances, mainly in the first half, but I just feel like we still have them defensive vulnerabilities that, a lot of teams on their good day will capitalize on. But other than that, I'm happy, man. We've won in the end. Amad Diallo scoring a scorching goal, brilliant finish, and Højlund getting a goal as well. He's been on a goal drought for a while, and he's finally been able to have a goal. Good finish as well from Højlund, positioned himself well, opened up his body, smashed it down the bottom left of the goal. Brilliant finish as well. So 2 good finishes, and the first goal, I can't even remember the first goal. What was the first goal again? Kobbie Mainoo's goal as well. That was a good finish. He was shocked. He didn't believe how much space he had. Finished it, realized he was onside. I think Anthony Gordon was keeping him onside, and yeah. So United win at home. We were expecting Newcastle to easily win this game. 100%. No one was expecting Manchester United to win this game. Even in my Let's Talk rivalry group chat, big up Magpies, he was saying when we were 1-0 up, if we lose to United, this is embarrassing. And United decided to turn up. A lot of people were talking about, players faking injuries. And Bruno did quite well today. I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of Bruno. I believe he can do better in a better setup system. But he did well today. He was everywhere. And his passes were very good. This is the Bruno that we would like to see consistently. I'm not getting my hopes up because we'll go and play, who will we play next? Let me check. Man United fixtures. We're playing Brighton next. We'll go and lose to Brighton, or we won't play as good. Brighton at home are quite a good side, and based on United's form, it's the same thing as going into this Newcastle game. Everyone expects United to lose, and United throughout this whole season has been a roll of the dice. You roll a dice, you don't know if you're getting a 6 or you don't know if you're getting a 1. And if you use that analogy in regards to how United play, 6 being them playing well and 1 being them playing poor, we've probably had more performances that lean over to the one side in regards of us playing poor. But, you roll the dice and you just don't know what United you're going to get, But seeing Kobbie Mainoo and Amrabat as the pivot, and then Bruno playing that free roam role works very well. And it's something that we've been asking for, Give someone like Amrabat a run of games, let him do the defensive duties. He's not the best at going forward, but he's competent on the ball. He can pass the ball. He's not the best at breaking lines, but, defensively, him and Kobbie Mainoo provide a nice, secure layer in front of the back four of Casemiro and Evans, and then let Bruno free roam, which is something that we've asked for. There might have been one game where we've had 2 defensive-minded midfielders behind Bruno, but it hasn't gone too well. But, we need consistency. And I don't think Amrabat's staying, but it would have been nice to see him played consistently to get the best out of him. I'm not writing him off. I would like to see him another season if we could. But yeah, Bruno played well, but he's not consistent with these kind of plays. Everything was going through him. Most of his long passes were very good, very accurate. He was making the right decisions. He showed that he does have good IQ. So when I'm not ruling him out and saying he doesn't have good IQ, that's over the course of the whole season. He doesn't show it consistently. And that's my issue with Bruno Fernandes. But other than that, I think Bruno had a good game. Amad Diallo, great game. these last few games he's been playing and starting. He's been playing well, which confuses me as to why Ten Hag doesn't start him. Garnacho was okay, you know. Yeah, he had some good few moments where his first touch was quite good. Hoyland coming off the bench, maybe that's what we need to do. We've always admitted that Hoyland's not a first team player. He needs to be embedded into the Premier League. Yes, there's a lot of things that he can work on, but at the same time, he hasn't shown in his recent form since he's come back from injury any of these basics that we're looking for. And then people like to bash him, pause, and say that, you know what, he's never shown it, he's crap. I understand that people are trying to hold Manchester United to a certain level where all the players need to be basically Kobe Mainu level and better. Minimum Kobe Mainu, everything needs to be above. But we're not in that current situation. Our recruitment has been poor. Our structure around the way this club has been managed has been poor. Ten Hag has been poor this season. So a lot of things are going to factor into why these players are not going to be consistent, why these players are not going to be on their best game, why these players are not going to have a clue what to do. Yes, good players make the use of their own, IQ and kind of figure out things for themselves, regardless of the system. But I go back to Solanke, I go back to Ollie Watkins. Were you bigging up these players last season? Were you bigging up these players 2 seasons ago? Yes, you could argue they had fundamentals, but were you bigging them up? Were you saying put them in a better season and watch? Now everyone's loading them off. So you just need to see Rasmus Højlund in a good season. In a good system. If next season he's in a good system and he still doesn't show the fundamentals, even when being managed well, then we ship him off. I'm all for it. I'm not going to protect these players because I like them. My agenda, I have no agenda. My thing is, if you play well, you play well. If it's your first season, I give you a bit of a bly. I give you a bit of a cushion. Cool, it's your first season. Let's see what you can do. Coming into this environment is not a nice environment for players to develop. Even good players regress in the system. So how about players that are new to the Premier League? Amrabat, Højlund, you want to talk about our youth players, but our youth players are used to playing in the championships and training within the kind of Premier League kind of thing. So they're kind of more embedded into this Premier League pace and PMP and all this stuff and the intensity and whatnot. Højlund's still getting used to it. And yes, he's been poor. Yes, his reading of the game is poor. Yes, his IQ is quite bad at times. He doesn't know, he's always behind, and McTominay is usually more advanced than him. McTominay seems like he makes the right decisions. Højlund still has to learn. Højlund shouldn't be a starter. Højlund should be a second striker behind somebody that does the job, that somebody that can lead the line for Manchester United. But yeah, man, I just think overall it's a good game. First half was decent. I was quite surprised. We actually played a decent game of football. Ahmad scored his goal. Kobe Manu scored 1-0 up halftime. Brilliant. Then I'm waiting for the capitulation because that's what Manchester United do. We had a few shaky moments. Anthony Gordon was devilish. He was very dangerous on that left side, Manchester United's right side. And we managed to kind of hold in there. One of their guys scored a great goal towards the end of the game. And I'm thinking, squeaky bum time. Here we go. United have held on. I think Martinez and Eriksson and Højlund came on, obviously, in the last 10 minutes. Højlund scored his goal, so big up Højlund. Hopefully that can build his confidence and we can see another goal against Brighton. Ahmad did well. Garnacho was decent. Like I said in the title, build the team around these youth players. Whether they need to start, whether they need to be benched, get a lot of starting players and build the team around these youth players. Bring some experience in there, bring some quality in there, and I think that will be good. I know Tony Marshall is said to be leaving. Varane and Casemiro are said to be leaving. Apparently, Wan-Bissaka is leaving. So, big up what they've done for the club. And hopefully we can bring in the right profiles and Ineos can have a direction as to where they're trying to build this club. And that's all I ask for. So yeah, man. Casemiro had a few bozo moments, but generally he did well. He had that clearance off the line. Evans seemed solid. I see a lot of inverting from Wan-Bissaka. He was driving forward. Dallo was decent as normal. Kobe Manu was great. He was decent. Amrabat was decent. He has a few bozo moments in him as well, but generally he's decent. Ahmad was quality. McTominay was okay, but still McTominay. Garnacho, decent. And yeah, Highlands come on, scored his goal. And yeah, it is what it is. United played decent. I'm not going to go bash the manager. I'm not going to bash the team. We played decent. For me, it's about consistency. How are you going to be the next game? How are we going to start the players that warrant a start? Amad Diallo has showed several times that he warrants a start, and he's not being started. So it's just little things like this, and I don't expect to see Ten Hag next season. It's a bit too little, too late for me, but he has shown that he can pick a good system of players, pick the right profile, even regardless of injuries. So that's what I've got to say about the game. Anything that I've left out, guys, make sure you leave a comment down below. Make sure if you are watching this, like the video. And like I always say, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. If I missed out anything, let me know down in the comments. Let's have a discussion. Smash the likes, like the video, subscribe to the channel, put post notifications on, and as always, tell a friend to tell a friend. It's your boy Rhino, and I'm out. Peace.
Man with that 20 stacking, my bro, see that, you ain't getting that back. And I ain't gonna lie, more time, I thought on a rap. Key-shot got more bodies than gang, and I bet she's still gonna cap. Slim ting with a waist, can I look like Kyle, look Ray, more time, my face on L, look mate. Can't get caught up, down with big.